Hello, it's Sharon here from Penguin Palace. Welcome to our channel. So, as some of you may already know, in this new release, we're having 4 brand new circular stencils for the Stencil 360 tool. And today, I'll be sharing some examples using one of the stencils called Kaleidoscope. This stencil is very versatile because you can make a lot of different designs with just this one stencil. And if you're new to the Stencil 360, I suggest you watch my intro video, which I'll make sure to link to this video. So here I have the base set up on the craft mat, and then I grab the 6-inch paper positioner and place it into the base because I'll be using a 6-inch by 6-inch cardstock as my canvas. Since the stencil is 6 inches in diameter, therefore I'm putting in the 6-inch guide ring. So as you can see, the alignment marker here has got 2 circles, meaning that the designed turning interval is 60 degrees. Don't worry if you don't remember that, you can just look at the scale on the base. All these circles are spaced at 30-degree intervals. So 2 circles simply means that you're going to skip every other circle when you ink. You can also refer back to the package insert card where you can find the legend. It's very clear and it's got everything on there. Or you can always check back on our website for the details. So starting from the middle, you'll see me making reference to every other circle. In other words, I'll be inking to all of these solid circles. And this is why the symbols on these scales are alternating between outlines and solids, because that way it is much easier to visualize and you won't get confused along the way. So from the top solid circle, I'm jumping to the next solid circle. So if you look at this stencil, there are mainly 2 parts to it. And if you look closely, their designs are different. Here I'm blending one color on each half. So very easily I get this beautiful geometric pattern, and it only took me a couple of minutes. You can then add a scripty sentiment or a stamped image in the middle, and you'll have a beautiful greeting card. And here I'm just using our adhesive eraser to rub off the adhesive from the back of my card. So in my next example, I'm just going to ink up half of my stencil and isolate the other half. But in this example, I'll be using the 30-degree turning intervals. And since I want my pattern to have alternating colors, I'll be inking first to all the solid circles with one color, clean my stencil once, and then ink my second color to all the outlined circles. This way I won't have to worry about color contamination or cleaning my stencil on every 30-degree turn. So here you can see that using just half of the stencil pattern creates a whole new design. Let's get on to the next example. And this time I'll be using the other half of the stencil design. But this time I'll be changing to a 15 degrees turning interval. So similar to my previous example, I'll be inking to the solid square with one color and then move on to my second color while inking to the outlined squares. So as you can see, just by changing the turning interval or isolating part of the stencil, I'm able to create different designs very easily. So here's a quick recap. In my first example, I used the full stencil design at a 60-degree turning interval. In my second example, I used just the top half of the stencil with a 30-degree turning interval. In my third example, I used the bottom half of the stencil with a 15-degree turning interval. And I also did another using a 22.5-degree turning interval where I jumped between the heart symbols. So you can see that this stencil definitely gives you the versatility. You could even try flipping your stencil and inking the opposite side, and that way you get a reversed look. You can also overlay this stencil with another stencil design to create even more complex designs. There's so many different things that you can do. Here I'm just finishing one of my cards. I'm using a shadow die called You Are My Inspiration. Finally, I added some gems and used some Gina K iridescent glitter gel for the extra sparkle. I really hope you enjoyed today's intro. Please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next video.